4 years ago, I closed my organic wine distributorship in Deerfield Beach and decided to become a yoga teacher at age 72. Now, why yoga? Well, I had been doing it for a while, and I've owned 3 other businesses. But 14 and 16 years ago, I lost 2 children to addictions. My daughter Kristen was bulimic and alcoholic for 20 years. She actually was one of the top chefs in South Florida. My son David had been going through a horrible, horrible depression. And after going into a psych ward and psychiatrist, they gave him 5 different kinds of medication, and one day he decided not to wake up. Everyone in here, in this room, knows what it's like to have your life changed in an instant. What does it mean? What is important? What's important? I started being more compassionate. I started being more caring. I became certified in 3 types of yoga: chair yoga, restorative, and then Sampurna. Sampurna is a hatha yoga, and I had to go live at an ashram for 6 weekends, and that really, really transformed me. It was an amazing, amazing experience, which was wonderful, wonderful energy. 3 months after I became certified, my sister Karen was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I thought, well, maybe there's something I can do. So I researched and I realized and found out that I could be certified in breast cancer. So I flew to New York and I got my certification. And for the last 4.5 years, I have been giving events, teaching yoga. I don't know if anybody in here is familiar with Cindy Collins. She's a doctor at South Florida Radiation Oncology. I have worked with her extensively in her classes, in her meetings, in her events, teaching yoga and doing health and wellness talks. I have been with my friend from the Sari Center. She is such a love. I've worked with the Florida Foundation for Cancer out of Chicago. And a few months ago, I actually made a video for a breast cancer conference in Australia. Last year, I came out with my own DVD, and it's chair yoga, which is a great, great yoga, especially if you're going through treatment and even afterwards. And I also have a CD on Yoga Nidra. And I don't know if anybody in here is familiar with that type of meditation, but it actually can change your brain. Yoga Nidra is used more so, you hear it for PTSD. So you hear it for vets, obviously, first responders. But the latest research is finding out that many, many cancer patients also have PTSD. So it's something that's really near and dear. Yoga is a mind-body experience. Every posture, or asana, as they're known, gives you muscular benefits, internal organ benefits, and psychological benefits. It boosts your immune system. It strengthens your body. And it helps you on your journey to heal. It empowers you. But you heal from within. I'm going to take you through what I do in a yoga class. There are 3 parts to yoga. Have many people in here taken yoga? Wow, good. Okay. So most of you are familiar with the breathing, and then the postures, and then I do a meditation and give essential oils at every one of my classes. Breathing. Not only is it important to breathe, we all know that, but breathing correctly. And I do base everything that I talk about on science. They came a little late, according to the yoga breath, but they agree. In your nose and out your nose. Now, there are several modalities, Tai Chi, Qigong, and other types of yoga that breathe out their mouth, and that's perfectly fine. The in-breath is the important thing. There was a study done at the University of Boston Medical College. They took 5,000 people and they studied their breathing habits for 30 years. And what they determined was the amount of times that you breathe in a minute determines how long you're going to live and how healthy you're going to be. So I know you're looking at me. Should I breathe faster or slower? Well, I think that you probably need to slow it down. But if you're older or you're younger, you breathe faster. But if you also have something going on in your body, some type of illness, you will breathe faster. Now, the marker is about 16. It used to be 14, and I'm not quite sure why it changed, but they changed it to 16. When you're born, you breathe through your nose. All babies are born breathing through their nose until they're 3 to 6 months old. Now, I had 3 children. I never knew that. I didn't know it. Now, when you breathe through your right nostril, it activates your left brain. And when you breathe through your left nostril, it activates your right brain. So you have nerve endings in each of your nostrils that go to different parts of your brain. So why the nose? Well, when you breathe through your nose, you have 4 filtering systems. You have the hair in your nose, which stops pollen and anything getting into your lungs. It makes the air warmer, which is really important. Your lungs are like spongy, and they need warm air. And it also warms the air coming out. You have the mucus in your nose, and the mucus stops bacteria. So if you're in a room full of people coughing or hacking, maybe it's time to start breathing through your nose. I don't expect anybody in this room to start breathing through their nose. 85% of the people in the United States, or the Western world, breathe through their nose, or through their mouth. But if you did this kind of breathing, say you did it 1 minute every hour, or 10 times every hour, that's less than a minute, you decrease your stress by 40%. That's absolutely huge. You can do it when you're driving down the street, you can do it when you're watching TV. Why is it so important? Breathing through your nose goes through the filtering systems. It also produces nitric oxide when you inhale through your nasal passages, and it helps you keep your airways open. So breathing through your nose, it goes down into your lungs. It's called the exchange of gases. You breathe in oxygen, and you breathe out carbon dioxide. And of course, we're never thinking about that. It's just automatic. It comes and goes. So when you breathe in the oxygen, you're not just breathing in oxygen. 80% of that is nitrogen, or almost 80. There's a few other things in there. But the oxygen is the important thing. That is the essence of life. That is the most important nutrient that we have. It comes down into your lungs, and you have, I think it's 70 million, or a lot of little tiny, obviously microscopic, alveoli sacs, or alveoli sacs. And the oxygen goes in there, the carbon dioxide's coming through, the blood, the oxygen goes into your blood, and it goes out, and it nourishes all your cells. Now, if you don't oxygenate your cells, They don't detox. Your circulation gets sluggish. You really, really need to breathe deeply. Your brain uses 20% of your oxygen. That's really, really important to know. So deep breathing. What's the matter with mouth breathing? Well, it worsens sleep apnea, causes maybe snoring. I open my mouth when I breathe at night. I like to control it, but unfortunately it doesn't cooperate. But most of the time I breathe through my nose, and it's because I've been doing it for 6 years. But it is really important. It's very, very important to oxygenate all those cells. Are you getting tired yet? All this information. Stress. Stress is a killer. 85% of almost every disease, heart, cancer, diabetes, back pain, has something to do with stress. If you do the yoga breath, and I'm going to show you how to do it in a moment, if you do that breath, oh, I already told you that, you're going to reduce your stress. Sorry, I'm out of line here. Okay, let's learn how to breathe. Hold on. So this is yoga breathing. I want you to put your hands on your belly and take a slow inhale through your nose. Your belly comes out. Continue inhaling up into your chest. Your chest expands, your diaphragm opens. And when you exhale, your chest contracts and you pull your belly in towards your spine. So let's try that again. Take a nice slow inhale, your belly comes out. Breathe all the way up into your chest. And slowly exhale. Pull your belly in. We're going to do it one more time because I'm going to do a few yoga things with you before I leave the stage. And I'm going to go breathe in, breathe out. You get really tired of me saying this. So let's try it one more time. Inhale through your nose, nice and slow. All the way up into your chest. And exhale slowly. Pull that belly in. Good. That's your yoga breath. Deep and slow breathing takes you from your sympathetic nervous system down to your parasympathetic nervous system. And your sympathetic nervous system is fight or flight. And you don't want to be there, and unfortunately when you're sick, you're ill, or even in today's society, everybody's like this. The highest suicide rate of anybody in the country are law enforcement and firemen, because they live here. They have to always be alerted. So you need to take that and bring it down to your parasympathetic nervous system, which is calm, low anxiety. And you can do that with your breathing. Gentle exercise. I teach gentle yoga, every kind of yoga. But there are specific movements in yoga that I do just for cancer patients. Now, one of the most important things is your lymphatic system. You can learn to stretch, it'll make you stronger, but your lymph system is something that really wasn't talked about very much until the last 15 or 20 years. They didn't have the information that they have now. But you have 800 channels in your body, and that lymph system goes up and down, and it takes out all the bad toxic water, all the bacteria, the viruses, and it just keeps flushing it out. And if that lymphatic system gets clogged, this is when you start aging and when you disease. So it's extremely important that you keep this big drain in your body unclogged. Now, your lymph system comes from your extremities. It's not like your heart. Your heart pumps 7,600 liters of blood every single day in your body. Your lymph system, 5. So how do you move it? You move. Anytime you're moving, it comes from your extremities. So one of the things that we do in yoga is, and you may have seen this, you put your butt on the wall and you lay down and your legs go up on the wall. All of this type of thing brings that lymph system back down into your heart, into your intestines, into your brain. They just found the connection to the brain 2 years ago at the University of Virginia for your lymphatic system. So all of these postures all mean something. I'm going to do a few exercises with you. All right, you can do them sitting right where you are. So I hope you join in. Back over here. All righty, these are really gentle, but they're going to make you feel good. So the first one we're going to do is a neck release. So put your, and I'll do mirror image, put your left hand around and have your middle finger just touch your ear. And all I want you to do is just gently bend your head. Let the weight of your head give you a nice, gentle stretch in your neck. And breathe. So take a nice breath in. And slowly exhale. Let's do another one. A nice breath in. And exhale. Okay, we always have two sides. Let's try the other side. So take your arm up and gently bend. And take a nice inhale. And an exhale. And an inhale. And an exhale. And release. And you breathe in on the up and out on the down. Inhale up and exhale down. Continue. Inhale. You have 26 joints in your shoulders, more than anywhere in your body. Move them. And now let's reverse. Go in the opposite direction. Doesn't it feel good? I know. Oh, do you love it? It's Annie's. I know it belongs to some electrical equipment. What can I say? I know. Okay. Cat-cow. Now, you're sitting, so you can put your hands on your knees. And you're going to take an inhale. And your head comes back, your tailbone comes up, your belly comes forward. Of course, it doesn't really look like this if I'm sitting. And then when you exhale, your chin comes to your chest. Round those shoulders like a cat stretching. Pull your belly. Really stretch. Inhale. Head up. Tailbone up. And back. Exhale. Down. Inhale. Up. And exhale. Down. Good. And come back to center. Now I think you might have enough room to go like this. This is called, get this, cactus clap. It sounds like a venereal disease, but it's not. It's a yoga posture. So you're going to take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to bring it down. And you're going to inhale, open. This is for your lymphatic system. And close. Inhale, open. And close. Inhale, open. And this time, take your right arm and bring it across your body. Really feel that nice twist. Inhale, open all the way. And close. and come back to center. Now, I want you to think about this. Envision a walnut on your back, right? Okay, try and envision a walnut on your back. This is what I want you to do. I want you to keep your hands in gold pose and think about it. And I want you to squeeze those shoulders and shoulder blades together. Feel like there's a walnut back here that you're holding. And exhale. Inhale, open. Oh yeah, that's good. And close. Excellent. There's one more that I'm going to do, and I'm not going to ask you to stand, so I'll show you. This is called mountain pose or Tadasana, and everybody does it. It's posture. It is so, so important to have good posture. If you go like this, you compromise your respiratory, your digestion, and your elimination. Not only that, but it puts stress on your lower ligaments, your muscles, and your joints, and your heart. These are things, if you're standing up like this, okay, say your feet are hip distance apart, right? And you stand up like this. Your shoulders, not military, just back, right? And breathe in and out. It feels good. It makes you feel good to stand up like this. And you walk around like this. I know sometimes we all feel like walking like this. But if you go like this, and you put a fake smile on your brain can't tell the difference. It thinks you're feeling good. So you're going to start feeling better. Okay. One more thing I'm going to do and I'll get out of your way. I would like to do a meditation. It's very short because I don't want to put you to sleep with this party going on. So let's all close our eyes and take a slow breath in and gently exhale. Take another slow breath in and exhale completely. Imagine the ringing of a church bell. Children laughing. The roar of an ocean wave crashing against the shore. Imagine the feel of a fine cashmere sweater. The softness of a baby's skin. Drops of rain falling on your face during a summer shower. Imagine a sunset over the ocean. The face of a loved one. Imagine biting into a luscious strawberry. A spoonful of rich chocolate ice cream. The smell of the earth after a spring rain. The fragrance of blooming lilacs. And the aroma of a bakery. Begin to notice your breath. The coolness with your inhalation and the air warmed with each exhalation. Feel your breath, your natural breath, as it goes through your body, its rhythm and its pace. Now deepen your breath, and with each breath, breathe in just a little deeper. Feel your body awakening with your deepening breath, and your mind becoming more alert. Tell yourself mentally, this practice is complete. Thank you. Namaste.